Okay, so home automation. What is it, and what is IoT, and what is a Raspberry Pi, and what is better than that? Well, what is IoT is really simple. IoT is basically electronic devices that use the power of the internet to perform certain tasks. So they are able to connect to the internet and then share information to other devices, receive information and perform actions on that information. And also, in the case of like if you have a NAS storage, you will be able to store information on that from anywhere in the world just using the internet. And how that works in terms of IoT, we can have things like your Nest thermostat, your smart switches, and Google Home, etc. These devices are all connected to the internet and allow you to perform things like control the temperature of your house or turn off your TV when you're not away, and a lot of other useful things. Now, when it comes to home automation, what we do is take things like your Google Home and pair it with your garage door or something like that. And using those things, you are able to monitor or make sure that your house is safe. Examples of things that you can automate is like your garage door. If you connect your garage door to the internet, you are able to open it as soon as you get home and not need to reach for your remote if it's in your bag or something. Most likely your phone is close to you. Or you can maybe, if you're at work and then you are not sure if you forgot to close it, you can just go on your app and then check and see, oh, okay, I've left it open and I've left it for how long. And if you have a camera, you're able to go into it and see if anything happened during that time. So that's just a basic example of home automation and the things it can do for you. Now, when it comes to IoT and DIY and home automation, there's a lot of tools you can use. You have your Raspberry Pi, you have GSM modules if you're going to connect it to an Arduino, you have ESP 8266 and all those things. All of these things are able to connect to the internet, and from there you're able to control them using a plethora of softwares and also interfaces, I would say. Since I do not want to pay for my services, I like getting them for free. I'm using Airfruit IO. So Airfruit, they sell a lot of electronics, and good thing for them, they have a service where they allow you to connect your IoT devices to that service, and then you're able to trigger them from there. So if you have maybe a weather station somewhere remote, but it has internet, you're able to view the data on this dashboard, and also you're able to connect your other devices to it so that it can send a request through Adafruit IO and go to your device. So it's a free service. There is limitations, but the fact that it's free makes it worth looking at. But also to assist in what I have built, I'm using If This Then That. Currently, they have a free plan that allows you to connect up to, well, have three, I'll say if IFTTs, let me say it like that. Yeah, you have three IFTTs, so you can connect your Google Home to your Arduino, or maybe your Twitter to a button on an ESP or whatever. You're limited to three, but if you pay, you can chain a number of them, like have your Twitter send a message, your garage close, and maybe your toilet flush. I don't know. There's a number of things you can do with If This Then That. But all of this, all you need is an internet connection. Maybe if you use the free tier, you need to be smart about how you're going to utilize each command, but all of these things can be done. Let's go to my demo. Let me just move a few things over here. I have like claw, and that's not useful. Anyway, the real presentation is that thing over there. That is a light in my kitchen that is drawing RGB, and we all know RGB gives you like 20 FPS. So when I chop my carrots, they look extremely good. I'm not sure if I'm showing that. Let me just share the video instead. Oh wait, why is this thing? Forgive me. Let me stop sharing. Okay, yeah, that thing over there, that is a near pixel LED strip. Right now it's running some light boosting code, and all these things I am controlling using my Adafruit my Adafruit account. So if I take you to the dashboard, let me share my Chrome. You can see a number of controls here. I have Thor, I have lights, I have Knight Rider, I have boost, and I have reset. Since, like I said, I am limited to 3 on my IFTTT, I had to be smart about how these things get controlled. Some of them are manual. And from there, if I call my Google Assistant on my phone, I am able to trigger these 3 things. Let me show you. Yeah, an example of that. Okay. Just unlock my phone. Hey Google, can you get me Thor?
Hey, Kujo, how can I help?
Yeah, can you get me Thor?
Here are some results from a search.
Yeah, she's gonna get smarter someday and take over the world. Let me. Hey Google, can you get me Thor? Yeah, the bane of making a live demo. Hey Google, can you get me Thor?
The more things change,
Okay,
the more they stay
forget that. I will just trigger it on the dashboard. Let me just share that. Okay, so from here, let me just toggle one of these things. Oh, it finally listens. Okay, turn on Thor, and if I cut the stream, you will see lightning right there. And if I turn on Knight Rider mode, you will see in a few seconds when it loads up, it'll do that nice running light thingy. Give it a second. All right, yeah, there it is right there. Yeah, now all of these things are controlled over the internet and free for the most part. Let me show you the code. It's really, really simple. You'll be surprised and you would wonder why you didn't do this yourself. Let's go to Visual Studio. Okay, so this is the code right here. What I have in my ceiling is a Raspberry Pi connected to an Arduino. It's not efficient, but hindsight is 2020 and 2020 sucked. We have it connecting 3 LEDs, and they will control each state, which will be Knight Rider, RGB, and the Knight Rider thing. And right here is just a simple NeoPixel library from Adafruit, and one takes the commands and sends it over to the Arduino, and the Arduino does this thing. I went with this because it was easier, and also the Arduino is not going to interfere with, the Raspberry Pi when it's trying to get commands. But yeah, that's everything. And thank you for listening.